Hello, our beautiful people. Welcome to the LD world. It's your boy Lance, and I'm actually here with Dua today. We're doing a video together, of course, via FaceTime or video chat. But we wanted to go ahead and discuss or talk about pretty much how COVID-19 has affected our relationship. We want to talk about the positives and the negatives of how COVID-19 have affected our relationship, because we don't just want to go out there and push out all the negative stuff. It actually affected our relationship in a positive way as well. But before we get into the video, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button to join the family, because we got videos coming for you guys every other day. Make sure to give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and turn on that notification bell to be alerted for when our videos do get posted. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Guys, we're gonna start with the negative. I like to give the bad news first, and then we'll end with good news, because I want to end on a positive note. Number one, so Dua and I were basically supposed to, well, last time Dua was here, she came to visit me in December. She didn't leave until January. We sat down and we planned that whenever she came back, she would probably come back in March or maybe April. So yeah, we're only supposed to have like a 3-month time frame before we see each other, and then we'll continue our life and so on and so forth.
I remember being upset when you were telling me like, yeah, I might have to, or you might have to come in April, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so far away. And now it's like July.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. You thought that was fun.
Yeah.
God had different plans. No, but seriously, on a serious note, we were literally only supposed to spend about the max 4 months away from each other, and then this little thing crept up on us called COVID-19. You guys know the story about that. We're not gonna dive in too much about all of that stuff and blah 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 blah. We're just gonna get into how it affected us, which brings us to our number one topic here. So far, COVID-19. How long have we been separated from each other? Since January. So what are we, like 7 months now?
Yeah, six months.
So it's been about
over
months.
6 months.
Yeah, since we've seen each other in person.
Yeah. I think this is the longest we've been apart, no? Since
yeah, it
we
is.
met.
It is the longest we've been apart, and the bad thing about it is that there is no clear answer on when the US will open. So
I think that's the most difficult part for me, is like, if I knew when I would see you, it would not be a problem for me. I would just like wait it out. But now I'm like I don't know what I'm waiting for.
Exactly.
I don't know when I will see you.
And it's super tough, because the US could open, what are we in, July? The US could open in August, September, October, November,
Or January,
December, or even January. So we have no idea like when it's gonna open. It's hard for us to plan. We can't even plan a trip to go see each other, because if we did, we'd have to be quarantined for 14 days, and our schedule, unfortunately, it doesn't allow that. So we're just kind of stuck in limbo. That's the number one toughest thing that COVID has done to our relationship, and how it affected us. Reason number two here, COVID, it affected our communication. So what I mean by communication, it affected how we communicate via FaceTime. It affected how we communicate in person, because we couldn't see each other. Like we said earlier, we usually see each other every 3 months, but we couldn't do that anymore. So it affects that communication. I don't know, our talking seems to be a little bit different. Explain why we don't get to communicate as much on your end, and I'll explain my end.
Well, I feel like the most difficult part for me is like, because it has been so long, that now I'm starting to like get tired. It sounds bad, but it's tiring to always talk to him on FaceTime. It really is. And the longer it gets, the more tiring it is for me. I don't know if you agree with that, but it's just difficult. Like, I don't like being that much on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone that much, but I do it because I'm in a long distance relationship. But it gets more difficult the longer it is.
Goes on. Which I understand that. My reason is a little bit different than yours. Yours may be because of the whole long distance thing. Mine is based off of time. Our time frames are different. She's what? Are you about 5 hours ahead of me?
Yeah, I think 4 or 5.
Yeah, she's about 4 or 5 hours ahead of me. I'm usually spending most of my time either working at my job or working at my family's business or working on something, and she's usually working. So we're just
Yeah.
busy working. So we don't have a lot of time to communicate with each other the way that we used to. So I think that that's another thing that COVID has done
Yeah.
because it has kept us separated. It has altered our communication a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, COVID has affected our plans on social media. What we mean by that is, as you guys all know, we started a YouTube channel together. When was it? Back in December?
Yeah.
Yes, we started a YouTube channel together back in December, and with the YouTube channel, we actually started an Instagram as well. And we filmed videos together back in December and a little bit of January. We filmed videos together to kind of pre-plan for YouTube, and then boom, COVID hit. So all of our videos had to be separate.
What?
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we pre-filmed videos, all the way until like April.
Yeah,
But that's when we started to make videos separate, and it's difficult.
And it's very difficult to come up with ideas of how can we make long distance videos separated from each other. So that's why sometimes you guys would see me film a video or do a filming video, and we try to do things together as well. But that affected our business plan, not just on YouTube, on Instagram as well. We're running out of pictures. Like, we have pictures all throughout the years that we've taken together, and we haven't been together in 7 months, 6 months, 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
And now we're running out of pictures to be able to post. So we have to be twice or 3 times or 4 times or 10 times more creative than the average social media person because of what happened to us with the pandemic. But it's not going to stop us. We'll get to the positives later. All right, number 4. This one kind of hits home, but I moved into an apartment that is Dua and I. It's both of our apartment, but she's not able to move in with me because you know why. How does that make you feel?
I feel like it's not mine, and I just feel like I'm in Iceland and I don't know what's going on Lance's side. That's the best way I can say. Like, whenever he like buys a car or gets an apartment or does something exciting, it's not exciting for me because I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna see it, when I'm gonna be able to see him. It's just, I don't feel like it's mine. So.
Yeah. And I try to do my best to reassure her that it is both of ours, but I completely understand what she's saying. We're making big life moves, and she's not able to participate in it. She has to communicate with me on apartments, on cars and everything over the phone or over text message, and it just kind of really takes away the fun out of all of it, but we'll get over it.
Yeah.
All right, last of the negatives, because if I keep going on all these negatives, I'm gonna get depressed just thinking about it, and I don't want you guys getting depressed as well. So the last one, number 5, is we said it already, we don't know when the US will open, but I don't want to stay on that too long because I have faith that it'll open soon, and I have faith that it'll open at the right time that is best for our relationship. So we're gonna move on from that one, and let's get to the positives. You ready for the positives, babe?
Yes.
All right. The positives. This is a huge positive for me, especially, and I think it's a huge plus for our relationship. Is number 1, it is working on building duas. I can't say that right. It is working on building both of our resilience. I can't talk today.
What's
Resilience
that?
and patience. Resilience
What's that
and
word?
patience. Like strength, like our we're able to endure. So we're going through all of this tough stuff, and whenever we do get together, we know that we're going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times stronger because of everything that we have gone through. If we can make it through this, which I know we can, then we can make it through anything. So it's really building up our resilience. It's really building up our patience with each other, and just knowing that God has everything in control, and we're just gonna, it'll happen when the time is
Yeah.
right. And when it does happen, man, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
All right, number 2, our trust and communication has built. Communication, like we said earlier, it seems like our communication, it seems like we are communicating less, but the way that we communicate, even though we don't talk as much, when we do talk, our forms of communication are stronger. You agree with that?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, I think this is related to the other one that you were saying, and number 2, but I feel like long distance, I've always told people that our connection is like really strong because we're in a long distance relationship. You just have to talk through everything. But this time, like these 7 6 7 months, it's just like next level. Like it's
It
been
has
so
been a
difficult,
whole
but
nother
we're still like fighting through it, and that's why I know like it's worth waiting, you know.
Yeah, it is. And then whenever we do get together and we have these petty arguments, because we do have our petty arguments, every relationship has them. But whenever we do get together and have those arguments, getting
It's gonna
through it
feel
will
like
be
nothing,
easier.
or like
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna. We know how to get through it. We know how to get through our challenges because we were able to do it long distance. Where most couples
Yeah.
would be like, you know what, I'm arguing with you, I'm done, I'm through, I'm leaving. We don't have that
Yeah.
problem, you know? So our communication has built through that. Number 3, which I feel like this is a good one, that COVID has positively affected our relationship. We have been able to individually work on our personal goals and work on our businesses.
Yeah, I think
So-
that's the best thing that has happened, at least to me, is that I've been able to like work on my YouTube and my company and all the things that I wanted to do, because I was sitting here at home in my parents' house and I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't know when I'm gonna see Lance. Like, I'm not just gonna waste this time. So it kind of pushed me to like take a step like in direction towards my goal. Like, instead of just waiting it out and like do nothing, it made me like want to do something for myself. So I think that's the most positive thing that has happened to me.
Yes, and I mean, and your business is doing super, super well.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm actually a manager at a gym now, and I've been helping that gym grow, and we've been doing a lot of cool things at the facility, and being able to do that has put me in a position to be able to prepare for when Dua gets down here. So
Yeah.
I think that, you know, we can always sit back and look at the negatives and just sit down and be like, oh, COVID is destroying our lives. But if we do something with it and take the good out of the bad, because there's always a silver lining in everything. And if we take the good out of that, we can capitalize on a situation like this. And Dua and I have been able to do that. We've been able to capitalize on, hey, we're not able to see each other. We're not able to talk much. So that just gives us more time to grind.
Yeah.
And I think that God has put us in a position to do that. So whenever we do come together, we're successful. And we're not arguing about the things that couples have problems with, like finances and money and so on and so forth. So I think that's a huge plus. Number 4, the separation that COVID has given us the opportunity to miss each other more. So you guys hear the old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. And that's just how we feel. So when we see each other, we're just gonna shower each other with love and hugs and kisses and so on and so forth, because it's been so long, right? I mean,
Yeah.
this has given us the opportunity to miss each other. And I think that that's a cool thing.
I think that's like one of the few good things about long distance. You're always so excited to see them again.
Yeah, and it kind of rekindles that flame. It keeps that spark. All right, last but definitely not least, number 5. This kind of goes with the communication that we were talking about earlier, but the last one on the list is COVID has allowed us to focus on these smaller issues in our relationship. So if there's something that I'm doing wrong or something that Do is doing wrong, we have to make it a point to communicate that to each other and focus on those smaller issues. So
Like
if we
this
can
morning.
yeah,
I
like
told
this
you.
morning. We're not going to get into that. We don't want to talk about this morning. But
No.
but if we can focus on the smaller issues while we are in a long distance relationship, whenever we do get together, hopefully we'll be able to get through those smaller issues as well. But we're working on
Yeah.
it, and that's why I'm assuming we still have a couple more months to get it right. So
Yeah.
we're not perfect, but we'll get there. Yeah, those are a couple of things that, you know, we were getting questions on when we're gonna see each other and how we're doing in a relationship. We're doing great in our relationship. We're still going strong. We have our challenges, of course, because like I said, we can't see each other, but hey, we're gonna keep on trucking. Take this opportunity, if you guys are in long distance relationships, take this opportunity to work on things that you and your partner should work on. If you're not in a relationship at all, take this opportunity to build yourself, to make yourself great, because we're at a standstill. So use this time to build yourself.
So that was it for this video, guys. We really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you're not already, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time we upload, which is every other day. We love you guys, and we'll see you again, not tomorrow, but the day after. Bye.
All right, later, dudes.